Well, something a little different, a little more involved. '06 Subaru Outback. That's the shell right there. Motor, tensioner, timing belt tensioner went on it. So I'm guessing it's got bent valves, but I don't know yet. I haven't pulled it apart. But sitting over here, there's an '06, 135,000 miles. Got hit in this front corner up here. Good motor, good transmission. So I'm going to pull that motor transmission out of this. The shell's got about 190 on it. And we're going to pull the heads, put the MLS gaskets on it, get the head work done, reseal the motor, and swap it into the shell. So let's start that today. See if I can get this one in the garage and start pulling it apart and getting the engine out of it, and then pulling the transmission out of it, so I can send the heads off to get the work done and start getting it done. Well, we're going to start underneath. You can see the exhaust is pretty much gone. Somebody stole the cats out of it. I don't know who. Before I had it, I didn't really care about them. But it just makes my job easier because I'd have to unbolt a little bit in the back to get this exhaust off of here, this front part with the cats. But now I just have the fronts to deal with. There's 3 of these bolts on either side. I got one there. I can't see the other ones. I got to hunt for them. I don't know if the shield's been pushed around and in my way, but should be, I think, 3 of these on either side, 14 millimeter. That came off. There's one. Oh, I got it stuck. It's stuck on the frame. Got to go around the frame. I was pushing the engine up. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm not going to show you that, but 3 more on the other side. Same thing. We should be able to drop this. There you go. Oh, I forgot to undo my clip there. I undid the connector, but I didn't undo my clip. Hang on. I need to do that. Stay put for a second. Let me see if I can get this, pinch this one. Get this out of here. There we go. There's what's left of the exhaust, which is just scrap metal at this point. Let's go for the motor mounts here. Motor mount nuts for the motor mount. They're 14 as well. Here's one. Yep. Mobile 1. Thought that was an original black Japanese filter from Subaru, but it's not. I'm just going to spin this filter back on. It's not going to run again until I put a new filter on it, but that'll keep it from leaking anymore. Go and do the radiator cap up top, and we'll drop that right in the pan so I know where it is. There we go. Get the radiator cap off. So the one other thing I had to do down the bottom is I want to undo that lower radiator hose. Well, I'm just going to start taking things apart here. Battery first. I'm going to get the battery out of here. It gets disconnected. That out of my way. Tray's already out of there. Let's start with hoses. In the box. Let's get the radiator out of here. Let's work on that. that should be all I have to take off. I can leave the condenser and everything. I could evacuate it if I wanted to, but I don't really want to. We're going to take the air box next, I think. Get that undone, get it out of there. Let's loosen that guy up. Out of here. Put that aside. Okay. I have one more here, don't I? Yeah, I do. Lift that out of the way. I'm just going to peel that back over on this side. Set it out of the way for right now. This harness in general will come off. There's a major main connector over here. One of them. One or two. I think it's just one on this one. Which will disconnect this whole harness and everything should come off with it. So I'm going to pull the spark plugs, set them up here. Or spark plug boots, I should say. Spark plugs are staying in it. We'll just set them out of the way. Got to figure out what I got to get off this intake. There's 4 bolts on either side. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's what we go for next. And we just see what else we have to get out of the way. That's nice. There's a where's that bolt? Should be 4 bolts, right? Where are they? Yeah, they're up here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I could be wrong though. Yeah, beautiful. Didn't break. I have somewhat a chance to see. Right here. Right down in here. Sneak in. I know what I got to do before I loosen these all up though. Fuel lines. Forgot about fuel lines. Move this out of my way. Get the bracket back on there a little bit later. Right now, I'm just going to set that over there. Get this a little bit over here. Okay, I'm going to loosen the rest of these intake bolts. And then I'm going to see how it goes. Crossover pipe here. I'll do that. in the back. I believe it's 22 millimeter. Bring around this side. We've got to undo this electrical, the main connector on this side. So let me move you. This connector right here, main connector. I think it's easier to take this bracket. There's a bracket that it sits on, which is a 14 millimeter down there and 12 millimeter up here. If you take that bracket loose, so I can get at that connector and get it off of the bracket, it's easier that way, I think. If I remember correctly. I think. Trying to see what else has got a hold here, if anything. These are out. This bracket here in the front, right front corner, that's going to have to come undone, be undone. That's buried. These suck. 12 millimeter. Got buried underneath it. Another bolt. So let's go in here. There we go. This is stuck. All right, there's one line. Now it's electrical. That's okay. Go to, yep, that line right there, the side of the throttle body. I gotta undo that. Get in there. Side of the throttle body. There's a coolant line, I think. Undo that thing. Okay. I think that's it on that. Can't see. Don't know. This line's out of the way. This line right here. This guy. Yep. So he's got to come undone. Loose. Alright, here we go. I believe that's everything except for the fuel line, which I gotta go look up. I believe I'm down to my last thing to get this intake off, which was this fuel line disconnect. And it's a little different than what I'm used to, but I found Brian's Mobile on YouTube. He does a lot of Subaru work and showed how to do this. So there's a couple notches in this plastic connector here. And then 90 degrees on either side. Inside of that, there's a tab that you have to kind of push out. Get a pick in there. See if I can do it. And push them out to get this loose. I'm hoping this one's long enough. I don't know. It's kind of, push it too hard, you won't be able to move it. And it's just like a, not a brute force thing. I'm not used to it, so I don't know. This could take me an hour. I could fight with this for the next hour or so. I don't know, because I'm not used to how it works. Just trying to feel it. 90 degrees to it here. Hopefully I turned that on. Did I even turn it on? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, I did. Hopefully it's focusing. So I'm going 90 degrees on that side, 90 degrees on this side. Trying to get them pushed out and release this thing. Not the easiest thing to do. I'm guessing they make a tool for it, but I don't have that tool. I just lost both of my picks there. the middle ground here. Now, I'm not sure if it's out here. I think it's out inside of it, but you got to pry out on it. Try it on this side. I really could use another short 90 degree to get in there. That's obviously not working. Don't have that. I could feel it on one side at least, but you got to get them both. That's the key, right? You got to get them both. I obviously did not. I think what I'll do is I'll try to turn this so I can get 90 degrees and rest my one pick in there. I think. Get it over here. Rest it on my feels like it. I need a third hand. There it goes. There's just two, it's hard to show it to you, but there's two tabs that kind of stick out and hold against this bubble in the line, and you've got to kind of pry them out like that. And obviously it works. I got to follow it. I see it. I got to get my pick. Well, that should be it to get this intake out of here. So let me back you up and see if we can get this intake off. All right, let's see if that was it. I think so. That side's definitely loose. I'm going to hang it up on this side. It's just my bracket, I think. I'm not sure I got one. No, that's loose. I do have one more line to the back of the throttle body that I got to get off of there. Get that off. There we go. I think that'll do it. Let's see. One more second if I missed anything else. That's loose. Loose. Just let go. Stop grabbing. Oh, I got one connector, electrical connector in the back here. Looks like a ground. So I'm just going to undo the ground on block. Could just unplug the connector, but I think it's easier to just take the ground. It's actually not that tight, it's just the extension is absorbing a lot of the torque. Couldn't think of the word. Torque. All right. Okay. Just a ground bolt. That's all it is. Stick that bolt right back where it came out. So I don't have to hunt it down or look for it. All right. About now. There we go. That makes it a lot easier to see things, doesn't it? Now let me get some paper towels and stick down in these ports so I don't get anything down in there. Let's take this crossover.